So we have a lot to celebrate this month. Little baby George is turning 1 year old right in front of your eyes. It's so crazy. From the very beginning, he's been such a chill, happy little baby and an absolute joy to be around. And of course, as a mammy and a baker and a lover of hilarious moments where my kid can be covered in cake, I'm going to be making his very first smash cake. So stay tuned, you're going to see a little bit of behind the scenes of his party, and I'm going to show you how you can make a really inexpensive smash cake. So the measurements are on my website, but the great thing about a smash cake, you only need a handful of ingredients. In this bowl, I have my flour, and into it, I'm going to add in some baking powder and a little bit of salt. And then just mix these ingredients together. We're just getting those ready for later on. I'm going to put those over to the side. I'm going to bring in my big bowl, and here I have some room temperature butter. Make sure your butter is softened because we're going to be whipping it up. Into this, I'm going to add in some white sugar. So now I'm going to use an electric hand mixer to whip up my ingredients. You can also do it by hand, or you can use a stand mixer, that's up to you. So you just want to cream these ingredients together until they're light and fluffy and kind of pale in color. So George has grown up in front of your eyes over the last year because he's been in all of our videos. One of the funniest moments that I remember is actually a fan sent us a chef's outfit for George to wear, and we dressed him up in it in one video, and he was just absolutely adorable. He was only a few months old. So this is looking good. It's been whipping up for 2 to 3 minutes. Now I'm going to add in my egg and my egg white, and then just keep on mixing until it gets nice and light. Okay, this is looking good. Now into this, I'm going to add in a little bit of vanilla extract, some vegetable oil. You can use a canola oil, even a coconut oil, something very mild in flavor, and then some milk. Now keep this beating as you're adding these ingredients in. And then we're just going to take our dry ingredients, add those in, and then just mix until your batter is formed. So you saw how quick this is to make, and it only takes a few ingredients. I've looked at buying these and they're $80 here in LA. So definitely the best option is to make your own. So there's our batter. Now let's get this straight into our prepared tins. So here I have 2 6-inch tins that have been floured and lined. I'm going to put a link on my website with the recipe of where you can buy these. I'm just going to divvy up the batter in between the 2 tins. So a lot of you know that we film here in Santa Monica in our house, and it's been a little bit harder the past year because George is quite vocal. Okay. And he likes to make strange sounds when we're filming, and even one day he made sounds like some sort of a dolphin or mammal. It was very funny.
What's that, Flipper?
Once the batter is in the tin, just kind of flatten it out with your spatula. I'm going to put them onto a baking tray and then get them into the oven. Now don't go anywhere because soon enough George is probably going to be going face first into this smash cake. So when it comes to decorating your cake, you want to make sure that it is well cooled down, or even a day old. Day old cake is much easier to decorate. So here I have my cake on a cake stand. It's nice and cool. I'm going to add a big dollop of buttercream frosting. You can add any kind of frosting that you like. So I'm really hoping Georgie likes this cake because I've given him some things on camera on Bigger Bolder Baking that he's loved, and then some things that he's not the biggest fan of.
Probably not the first thing that you
Does not compute.
So I'm really hoping he's a cake person. So once you've got frosting in the middle, put on your last layer of cake. And then just like we've decorated copious amounts of cakes here on Bigger Bolder Baking, put a big dollop of frosting on the top and work it all the way around the sides. And this is going to create for us our crumb coat. Then we're going to chill this, let it get nice and cold, and then we're going to do our last final layer on top, just covering over all of those nooks, crannies, and any bit of cake you can possibly see. Now you can finish this cake any way you want. I've got a candle to go on, but before I do that, I'm going to put on a few sprinkles just to make it look extra pretty. And then of course, my candle on top. So I'm thrilled how this cake turned out, and I'm delighted to be able to make my baby's first birthday cake. I'm going to go get changed because I have a feeling this is going to get messy.
Say hi, Dave. Hi, Georgie.
Hi.
Wave to everybody.
Hi.
Oh, look at that. There's your cousin. Okay.
Oh, look at all your balloons.
We're going to do a few photos. Georgie. Yeah. Get in there, buddy. Oh, yeah. It's bath time after this. Yeah! Oh, there you go. Thanks for sharing. Oh, we're gonna get the other side.
Oh man.
There we go. We know what to do. There we go. Yeah.
Look, Georgie.
Oh.
What?
Mia got your party animals.
Thank you everybody for joining us.
Thank you guys.
Thank you everybody.
Love you. See you guys.
Thanks for joining us.